And we begin the first quarter of the 1983 VFL preliminary final from VFL Park as umpire Nash comes in to put the ball down. A huge crowd in attendance and the park in pretty fair condition despite the adverse criticism during the week. Diving on it is Duckworth. The first free kick going to the Bombers. It's taken by Watson, who gets it over to Bahaja. Essendon swing into attack. Danaher in front, almost at mark, knocked away by Dench. Danaher again. Oh, here's a goal coming up, 20 metres out, and Danaher brings up first goal in 30 seconds. What a start.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better start than that from a confidence point of view. Any side to get a goal within that quick, it must give them a boost. But nonetheless, we've witnessed it again. As we watch on replay now, Bahaja putting the ball forward, knocked away by Dench. Danaher comes again, rides the bump beautifully, straightens up and makes no mistake.
Well, that was certainly a great goal, and as you said, Bob, a great morale builder for the start of this preliminary final for 1983.
Essendon lead by 6 points at the 1 minute mark of the first quarter. Dempsey in ruck for North Melbourne, Madden in ruck for Essendon. It's won by Madden. Glendinning fumble. Plenty of pressure on the players at the moment. Schimmelbusch now to put North into attack. No, there's another free kick going Essendon's way. So they've got the ball out of the centre twice. Both from free kicks. Duckworth, beautiful kick. Towering punt up the full forward. Danaher's there, but there will be a penalty.
15 metres.
Umpire Robinson indicating where the new mark will be at centre half forward. And if he kicks it like that, he could just about goal. Duckworth favours the torpedo punt kick, a mammoth kick into the goal square, and it's a goal!
Well, I was rather surprised at Dempsey there. I thought he could have touched that one, Peter and Bob.
Well, I certainly feel that Dempsey must have heard somebody say leave it, because it was amazing that he did not make any attempt to touch that. As we watch again on replay, 65 metres out from goal, and Dempsey going back. Now, I just cannot understand why Dempsey didn't continue to go back and try and touch it.
2 goals within 2 minutes, and the Bombers up to a great start. Centre bounce again, and the Bombers in full flight as the ball is knocked out by Madden again. And what a sensational start for Essendon for 1983 preliminary final. Just on the 2 minute mark, and we're over the 2 minute mark now, but they've already got 2 goals on the board. And that would certainly boost their confidence. Bahaja again. Oh, he ran into his own man, Vanderhaar. He was collared, but the ball driven down there by Hawker. There's Danaher again. And what a sensational bit of play that Essendon have performed in this first 2.5 minutes. A chance for their 3rd goal. There's the kick by Danaher. It's a magnificent kick. And it's another goal. No, it might be a point. Oh, golly, those North Melbourne supporters would have a sigh of relief there for sure. What a start for the Bombers. 2 goals, 1 to North Melbourne yet to score. And everybody's expecting North to do a better job than they did last week against Hawthorn. There's a free kick just about the Dempsey, but the umpire called play on Dempsey. Back out there now, and a mark to Peter Smith on the wing position. Short pass, not a good one. It's a shocker. Hurd comes in, he's grabbed, but a beautiful hand pass to Duckworth. That was the quick one.
Right.
Slight of the hand job as the ball goes down there towards Dench and Danaher. And, of course, Dench has got a very tough job today, minding the captain of Essendon, a champion player himself, Bob, down there in that full forward position.
Yes, he's had a wonderful year. He's really responded to leadership, Terry Danaher.
Ball out of bounds in the forward pocket, still in the Bombers' attacking zone. Only about 10 metres around from their goal. Knocked out by Dempsey, a left-hander. Bahaja, Schimmelbusch is there too, and Cowton goes in. A hand pass out to the wrong man, picked up by Hurd. A chance for Law to mark, and he doesn't let his side down there in defence and takes the mark. Oh, creeping over the mark is Danaher. Goes for a short pass. This could be dangerous. Oh, down he goes. Copped a high one that time, Vanderhaar, and of course Ross Glendinning gave him one to go on with as he knocked him down after. Could be on for young and old today. They're a pretty tough side, Essendon. There's a go now for Law. Scouts, oh, it's a bad kick. It's well covered this time. And it's Hawker sending them back into attack with a pass. And it's a beauty there to Bahaja.
Bahaja, a chance for Essendon's 3rd goal with this forward move. Vanderhaar and Law. Glendinning, oh, put Kink out of business. Lovely bump. And one of the Brownlow favourites too, Glendinning. Back to centre wing. McCann an attempted knock on, but it's out of bounds. And we'll see a throw-in to take place on the true centre wing position. An amazing opening here at VFL Park. Essendon's 2 goals coming up in 2 minutes. Right now we're at the 5 minute mark. McCann and Madden. Won by Madden through the hands of Bahaja, and it's picked up by Demetriou. Schimmelbusch, right half forward. Beautiful tackle by Carey, stopped him. Schimmer again. Look for Atkins. Misdirected hand pass and out of bounds.
Well, this is the first time that North have gone into attack over their half-forward line, Pete, since the start of the game.
Yes, the Essendon side have been getting it out of the centre circle, and that's what counts. So it's Madden again and McCann. McCann at the back, can't get it past Madden, who's doing well so far, and it's picked up by Hurd. Long kick into centre field. Glendinning and Merritt, but behind the pack, Carlton. And a 15-metre penalty, which brings him to the point of the square. A short pass. Mark taken by Hodgman in front of Bradbury. Short pass again. Could be dangerous. Yes, he's got that. Mark to Atkins. Atkins in the forward pocket, but about 35 metres from goal at least, and at a pretty fair angle. Walsh in a bit of a jostle down there. Fairly leads, but it is ignored. Atkins will have a shot. It won't quite make the distance. Plenty of players fly for it. Dempsey claims it. Is it a mark? No, says the umpire, and I think a good decision. Demetriou trying to get clear, and umpire Nash has decided on a bounce. Well, about 3 or 4 players had their hands on that. Dempsey came down with it.
I would have paid it personally.
Well, a triple Brownlow medalist can't always be wrong. Anyway, the umpire didn't see it that way, Bob, and that's what counts. He's decided again on a bounce. Still only about 20 metres from goal. So a real chance for North Melbourne's first score. Of course, they had 2 goals on the board before Hawthorn scored last week. And Jimmy Cracker takes it, caught, and holding the ball.
And the free kick will go to Fowles. Of course, he's got the job of tagging Jimmy Cracker.
Phil Cracker, Lou.
Phil Cracker, is it?
No, but Jim then, but Foles is tagging Phil Cracker.
Oh, well, OK. One Cracker to another Cracker. The ball goes back there towards the half-forward line. Watson is grabbed. That said play on the umpire. It's thrown out of the pack that time by Abernethy, and the umpire said it'll be a free kick to Essendon. And everything going the Bombers. Well, there's a bit of a box on now. And this, I told you, this will be on for Young, and oh, look at him going in now. Oh, there's Jimmy going in after, and Phil in there trying to protect his brother. Notice the ex-Port Melbourne boy, Bradbury, was trying to pacify one of the Cracker boys there.
Well, notice Wayne Schimmelbusch in the thick of things down there.
Well, it's one of those games, of course, the loser today, it's mothballs for them, and the tension's really high. Robertson's had the book out, and it'll be interesting to see who's been reported. He's going across to Cracker now to talk to him. Might be telling them he's reporting someone for hitting him. I don't know. We'll find that out later.
I don't think there were any reports made.
There's the ball back into play again, out towards the wing position. And the ball pushed away that time by Abernethy towards the half-back line. It's Grigg in the front position there. Grigg can't pick it up, and the ball is out of bounds. So we're just over the 8-minute mark of the first quarter of the 1983 preliminary final. And it's been off to a sensational start with Essendon kicking 2 goals within the first 2 minutes. They're 2-1-13 to North Melbourne yet to score. Hawker and Hazard's down that time by Ramsey, picked up by Bradbury. It's a short kick. He's flattened after he kicked the ball. It'll be a free kick down the game. It's on again.
Neagle going.
Neagle going in. Oh, they're tipping him out left and right.
Oh.
There's Cracker having a go at Duckworth, shaping up. It's Phil Cracker shaping up with Duckworth.
There goes
there's Jimmy. And Jimmy's into it. Oh, they're boxing on from the word go here. What a day. It's TV ringside. Peter, it's best.
I think the happiest people at the moment would be the Hawthorn team, wouldn't they?
Oh, golly. Well, once you hit one Cracker, brother, you got to go on with the other one.
Yes, but they have to settle down and concentrate on football at the moment. They're playing right into Essendon's hands at the present moment.
Yeah. Well, the books were out then, but it's pretty hard to tell whether anybody was reported. They could have booked about 15.
Well, the free kick goes downfield. The free kick into Essendon.
It's the North Melbourne runner trying to quieten Jimmy Cracker down at that stage. And, well, that was a free kick downfield. It could easily have been taken off Essendon, but the umpire may not have seen what we saw on camera.
OK, we've got Rene Kink with the kick now about 45 metres out directly in front.
Well, we at least know one report's made, but we don't know whether he's the offendee or the offender. And there's another one. That's Neagle. Well,
I'm not surprised with that one.
No, must agree.
Well, it's no good for Neagle to talk to the umpire. Once they put you in the book, you're gone for all times. And the chance now for the Bombers to kick their 3rd goal, because Kink's only about 40 metres out. They're pretty busy out there, these guys with the pens.
He also spoke to Demetriou, so he could have been booked as well.
I think you could sense it was going to be on from the start, Pete, couldn't you?
Yes, you picked it there, Lou. So a free kick still to be taken by Kink. Maybe they all squared each other off there. Kink at half forward, 45 metres out, directly in front, and goals. So a couple of bookings, 3 goals on the board there to Essendon, and that's the name of the game. 3-1-19, North Melbourne yet to score.
Pack Carlton. And a 15-metre penalty, which brings him to the point of the square. A short pass. Mark taken by Hodgman in front of Bradbury. Short pass again. Could be dangerous. Yes, he's got that. Mark to Atkins. Atkins in the forward pocket, but about 35 metres from goal at least, and at a pretty fair angle. Walsh in a bit of a jostle down there. Fairly leads, but it is ignored. Atkins will have a shot. It won't quite make the distance. Plenty of players fly for it. Dempsey claims it. Is it a mark? No, says the umpire, and I think a good decision. Dimitriou trying to get clear, and umpire Nash.
Ball back into play again. Dempsey goes a left-handed, a long one. Picked up by Neagle. He's already had his number taken. I think he was stripped that time, and he'll take the free kick out there on that centre wing position. A hand pass to Carey. That's Ronnie Andrews' disciple. A long kick up there towards the full forward position. Danaher and Dents have a great battle here as they go for the boundary line, and it beats them both, and it'll be out of bounds about 40 metres around from the Essendon goal. They're 3 goals, 1-19 to the North Melbourne side yet to score as we approach the 14-minute mark of the first quarter. Ball knocked out towards Cracker. Gets a hand pass out to Carlton. Crazy Horse gets around Williams quite okay. Goes for a short pass. It'll be okay. There's a go for Abernethy to drive them well into attack. They should go directly down the ground. There's a battle going on between Phil Cracker and Fowles, but the umpire said it's against Cracker. On the shoulder. Short pass coming over from Fowles. There's 3 of them there for Essendon. North Melbourne a little bit rattled as Carey takes the ball away from the centre. Out wide, looking there for Rene King. It doesn't bounce well. Kicked off the ground by Carlton. Comes out to Hodgman. Didn't want to go after that one too hard, but he finally picked it up and kicks it out wide now. Neagle in the front posse on the boundary line down there at half-back and goes for a short pass, and it's successful over there to Carey.
He's doing a lot of useful things in this first quarter, Carey. Ramsey at the back, too tall for little Bahaja. Now, I'm not quite sure that's a free kick. If it is, it's North Melbourne's first. And assisted by a 15-metre penalty, Roy Ramsey, which brings him up to the right half-back flank. Ramsey to centre wing. McCann, jostling, and marks, and plays on. Long boot by McCann. Walsh tries to tap on. Phil Cracker, North's first score coming up. Cracker 10 metres out and has put it through. Took him a long time. Big league, 1 goal, 6 points. Essendon 3-1-19.
Back at VFL Park now, Essendon leading by 13 points at the 19-minute mark.
He's got it on the centre wing position. Ball coming back over the centre half forward position. Barely flies. Got a chance to mark that one. Couldn't hold it. Cracker going. Gets the ball out to McDonald. Goes for a hand pass. There's a chance for little Atkins to snap it goal. And he's put it through. And the Kangaroos bounce back now. So at the 19.5-minute mark of the first quarter, it's North Melbourne 2 goals, 12 points to Essendon 3-1-19.
Yes, and once again a fine piece of roving, and I do think that the North Melbourne side has settled down and realised that the ball has to be the object, as we saw Jimmy Cracker cop a good one on replay there. But Phil Cracker certainly starting to lift the North Melbourne side with his play around the field.
What a sensational opening again on the Sevens Big League. 7 points the difference in the first quarter of the preliminary final. Dempsey and Madden, won by Madden, who's won most of them at the centre. Taken by Hodgman. In the road is Duckworth, and he'll get the mark and/or free kick. Duckworth on the edge of the square. Looks for a lead. He's got a couple out on centre wing, one of whom is Madden. High. Not well delivered. Glendinning takes a very good mark.
Well, he's certainly looking a lot better today, Glendinning, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
And he's the player they need to find. They've got to go directly down the ground, North Melbourne. Get it down there as quick as they can.
And the 15-metre penalty will help them as Glendinning goes straight down the centre. McCann using the body very, very well. Plays on. High ball. Long to McDonald. And a great mark! There's Madden, you're right. Watch it again. Yes, good grab.
Stood his ground well.
and plays on now. Longer full forward. Cracker at the back. Can't take the mark. Carey. Strong in defence. Tries to get it out to Bahaja. Chance for North Melbourne. Atkins' snapshot is through for one behind. At the 21-minute mark of the first term. 6 points the difference. 13 to 19. Bradbury will bring the ball back into play. And of course, the grand final next week, live to the United States through the facilities of OTC. Madden gets one for his corner. Hawker's in there. Plenty of weight being used. Tackled too high, was he? Yes. And Glenn Hawker to take the free kick. Dempsey doesn't like the treatment meted out. It could be reversed.
Well, very rarely do you see Dempsey do his block.
No. And the mark taken out there by Weston. Weston right on the centre wing position. Puts it high. Greg goes the spoil effectively. Abernethy got rolled. Plenty of Essendon players running. Watson takes the hand pass at half forward. Short pass. Beautifully delivered, Timmy Watson. And a 15-metre penalty, surely. Or a booking.
Well, there was not much Hodgman can do there, I reckon, Bob. He had to go at him, didn't he?
Yes, he was well after time.
Oh, that is a little bit more than a 15-metre penalty. Anyway, Bahaja has the chance to bring up his first goal. He should not miss from there. He certainly have to earn kicks today, it would appear. Bahaja's kick, not very long, but it didn't have to be. It's a goal, and Essendon come away again to a lead of 2 goals, 4-1-25 to 2-1-13.
And certainly, as it turned out, I thought it was foolish by Hodgman because he just put Bahaja right in the square. We watch again on replay now as a hand pass coming from Merritt to Watson. And, well after. And I think Hodgman lucky that he's not up there Tuesday night as well.
22.5 minutes gone now in the first quarter.
There's someone gone over the line, and the umpire will fire a free kick. It'll go to Essendon, so things are certainly blowing their way at the moment. Madden over the half-forward line. Glendenning in front, couldn't hold that, but backing up well as Dempsey goes after it again after it's smothered. It's tapped out to Danaher, with left foot snap at the goals. Up it goes there towards Van der Haar and Law, and Law's doing a pretty good job on Van der Haar at the moment.
There's Law and Carey, probably the 2 best defenders on the ground at the moment.
There's the kick by Law, out there towards half-back. Dempsey gets into position, that's a great mark. A quick hand pass over there to little Atkins, he's clear. Shows plenty of pace, gets away from Simon Madden. It's a shocking kick. It goes straight to Watson, another short pass, it'll be okay. And the mark by Bradley, another hand pass coming over, Neagle. With a short one, down goes Van der Haar. The umpire calls, no, it's Williams, I should say. And the kick up there towards the full forward position. There's out at the back, but over the top of Ramsey, and it's forced through for 1 point. So at the 24-minute mark of the first quarter, it's Essendon 4-2-26 to North Melbourne 2-1-13, a difference of 13 points. Out wide, and Jimmy Cracker's got the mark. Crowd giving him something to go on with. There's plenty of Essendon supporters here today. But they shouldn't be growling because the free kicks are in their favour. Once again, it's Law. That kick was touched. I think he'll call play on. He has. A hand pass coming back. Oh, he was grabbed. Duckworth didn't have the ball that time. Against McDonald on a 15-metre penalty. North Melbourne falling for the trap a bit. They're manhandling Essendon when they should be playing the ball. Let the Bombers do the rough stuff. The ball goes across the centre half forward now, over the centre half forward position. Ball tapped away. It's little Williams clear. Has his running shot, but he's grabbed it. It's back to Ezard. A snappered goal. What's the result? It's good. It's a goal. That's his first. So at the 24.5-minute mark, it's 5 goals, 2. 32 Essendon and North Melbourne, 2-1-13.
It's a lovely piece.
We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia, from here at home and far across the sea. Seen them run, swim and fall, seen them hit and kick the ball and rank arena, our favourite colour TV. We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia, on rank arena, Australia's favourite colour TV. Seen them run, swim and fall, seen them hit and do it all on rank arena, our favourite colour TV.
And now, Rank Arena make this champion of an offer. We'll give your money back if you believe there's a better colour TV picture.
See him try, see him fall, see it best of all, Rank Arena, our favourite colour TV.
Go shopping with cash in your pocket. Come to Custom Credit before you buy and organise a custom credit cash and advance loan. Mike took cash with him when he bought his car. Got a nice cash discount too. Jane and Bob bought a runabout from an ad in the classifieds. They did a lot better with cash. And Dave did a cash deal on a new videotape recorder. You can get cash in advance from Custom Credit for just about anything. Call Custom Credit before you buy. They're good sports with money.
What type of bait attracts various fish and where is it found? Learn the secrets of success with Master Guide to Practical Fishing, a complete workshop manual and field guide sold in weekly parts. For every type of salt and freshwater fishing, this fascinating series can make you the expert. It's packed with practical advice and useful tips from the pros. And it's available week by week in magnificent colour for only $1.99 a part. Master Guide to Practical Fishing. Catch part 1 now.
It's low in calories and high in dietary fibre. Wholemeal cracker bread. For goodness sake, try some.
On Sunday night on 7, the internationally applauded movie, The Big Red One. Lee Marvin stars with Mark Hamill in this powerful statement of the brutality and futility of war. The Big Red One, for the first time on television Sunday night, 8:30.
Essendon's 5th goal on the board.
19 points the difference now. Time on being played in the first quarter. And umpire Nash has decided to again bounce it. Dempsey with Merritt. Bounces better for Merritt. And a free kick going North Melbourne's way. And the Bronx cheers.
12 free kicks to 4 at the moment, Peter.
Glendinning's kick up towards half forward. McCann, a great mark. Steve McCann about 60 metres out from goal as we watch it again in replay. Fine mark, that. Long boot by McCann, but nevertheless poorly directed, and the mark taken by Folds. Folds in the back pocket will get Essendon out of danger. Plenty of distance in that kick too. Who's holding who? Over the top was Demetriou. The umpire calls play on. Abernathy does. Into the forward pocket. It's all Essendon, and Jim Cracker let one go again. Folds the mark. And Bradbury had his back to him, which wasn't good play. Oh, that's a free kick to Vanderhaar, surely. Law with Carey, as Bob said.
Great play by Watson there.
Yes, two of the best defenders, but it's a free kick for out of bounds on the full, and Watson takes the free at centre wing. Gregg and Williams wrestling. Madden and Cracker. Kink will get there first. Oh!
That was good play on the part of Phil Cracker that time, Peter.
Oh, gee, I tell you what. They're letting him go. Cracker, McDonald and Duckworth. Well, McDonald has got it and is caught. Beautiful tackle. Beautiful tackle.
There's no reason for him to play on that occasion. He's taken the mark and you just cannot understand it.
No, that was a superb piece of football. That by Duckworth. Directing play in towards centre field. Oh, fine mark to Madden. And the big Essendon ruckman plays on. Plenty of Essendon players there he could give it to. He chooses Weston. Long to fall forward. Dench is there though. Just can't quite get hold of the ball. It's out of bounds. And the throw-in will take place in the left forward pocket for Essendon, who lead at the moment by 19 points. 27 minutes gone as we await the throw-in. Glendenning and Merritt. At the back is Gregg, but fumbles. Glendenning looks for Jim Cracker. The Shepherd is from Coughton. On to Schimmelbusch, and Schimmelbusch up towards centre field.
Out towards that centre wing position. McCann in the front posse picks it up, but that's well smothered. They're doing that well at the moment. Oh, Vanderhaar got one around the neck. Umpire called play on. Law's grab. Back it goes now. It's Weston trying to get clear. The umpire's calling play on. This has given Watson the break he needs. He's going for a bit of a trot. The centre half ball, a short pass. It's a beauty too. What a pass. And Merritt's got the ball well within kicking distance. And the Bombers running hot. I think it might have been a free kick to Vanderhaar. He was grabbed pretty high, but the umpire called play on. And as it worked out, it turned out trumps for Essendon. Because Watson got clear and got it over there to Merritt, going for his first goal. We're at the 28.5-minute mark of the first quarter of the preliminary final for 1983. And the Bombers off to a great start as Merritt fires at the goal. And that's a lovely shot. So there's 6 goals to 38. to North Melbourne, 2-1-13. Now that is a convincing lead at the start of this game, Bob. It could be dangerous for them.
Yes, and a lot of the fault lies with the North Melbourne forward line, because the number of times Essendon have been able to come away with ease, and on that occasion we saw Watson in final games in particular. You should never be allowed to, in the centre of the ground, bounce the ball 3 times without being tackled.
29 minutes gone now, first term.
Centre bounce. It's Madden going against Abernathy. Abernathy got that one out, but Madden goes down. And the umpire will ball it up down towards North Melbourne's centre half-forward position. And we're just on the 29.5-minute mark, and they badly need a goal before quarter time. The confidence of Essendon would be really up at the moment. We see Duckworth drive the ball down, knocked out by Glendenning. Vanderhaar puts Glendenning out of business as the ball's kicked off the ground. Umpires found a free kick. It'll go to Demetrio round about the centre field area, and a chance to send North Melbourne to attack. They've got to go directly down the ground. And I think they may have made a blunder playing fairly at full forward, because the young fella doesn't know much about it. Punched out by Duckworth. McCann spins away beautifully. Tries to get a hand pass out to Jimmy Cracker. And the umpire will ball it up out there on North Melbourne's half-forward line, but a good distance out from goal.
McCann, Lou, for some reason leading to the flanks instead of coming out and coming back in towards centre half-forward, where they can go directly down the ground.
Go along with you. Bubba's Hurd drives the ball back to Vanderhaar, and the Flying Dutchman's got it out there at half-forward. There's a lead coming in from Danaher. He's in the front pocket. And he couldn't get that one. Dents goes after, but backing up well is Little Williams. A hand pass to Ezard, and this looks dangerous for another goal. He runs to an open goal, and you can put it in your glasses. That's goal number 2 to Ezard. And of course, 7 goals, 2-44 Essendon for North Melbourne, 2-1-13.
There's some fine play by Williams on that occasion. He got the hand pass out to Ezard. Dents, and we look at it now from the shot behind the goals, and a lovely hand pass across to Ezard. Good turn of speed, and that's the way to finish it off.
That's twice they've combined for goal, Bob.
There's Williams proving a dangerous player against Keith Grigg.
31 minutes have gone now in the first quarter. It looks as though Essendon could be in the grand final if they can continue this play. A difference of 5 goals won at the moment. A 31-point advantage to the Bombers. It's knocked down to Atkins by Madden. The high ball only covers about 15 metres in distance. It's at Essendon's half-back line. Carey a chance. Over he goes. Too high, was it? And Carey will take the free kick. As I said earlier in the quarter, done a lot of useful things for the Bombers.
Free kicks 15-6 in Essendon's favour, Pete, at the moment.
He's got to say something. Over goes Williams, picked up by Ramsey. The umpire has found a free kick. It's going to Williams. He's certainly getting the charmed run in that regard.
So if you're first to the ball, there's every chance you'll get the free kick.
That's about right, and they have been first to the ball for most of the quarter. Williams at right centre wing. Gets better every time I see him. Likewise, young Ezard. Merritt at the back. Great mark.
Not good defence there by Glendenning. He made no attempt to get up there and punch that ball away.
Well, they've got their confidence up, Pete, and they're taking chance. That was a great mark by Merritt. And you start to do the impossible when things start to run your way.
So, Roger Merritt, only about 40 metres from goal. A chance to bring up his second, and Essendon's 8th, and what a great start that would be for them in this opening term. It's straight, it's long enough, it's a goal. 8 goals for Essendon in a sensational opening here at VFL Park. 8 goals, 250, North Melbourne 2-1-13. We begin the second quarter at VFL Park with Essendon leading by 37 points. After an action-packed opening term in which a number of players appeared to have had their number taken, including Essendon centre-man Merv Neagle. Good tackle by Keith Gregg. Out it comes to Smith. Smith from centre wing. McCann can't take the mark. McDonald down to Jim Cracker, who steadies. Too long for Walsh, and a goal. And that's just how Essendon started the first term. They got a goal within 30 seconds. Is this to be the start of the big North Melbourne comeback? The scores now on Seven's Big League. North Melbourne 3-1-19, Essendon 8-2-50.
And good play by Smith on that occasion, as the hand pass comes from McDonald across to Phil Cracker, and the torpedo punt kick too high for Kevin Walsh, but good play by Smith on the wing.
And that was Jim Cracker's first kick for the game, coming up at the 32nd mark of the second quarter. 19-50. Knocked away by Madden, who's had the better of the centre bounces so far, and North get it out of the centre for the second time in a row. Folds and Phil Cracker backing up as Bradbury close to the boundary line, and folds, but it comes back to Phil Cracker. Shrugs one tackle onto Demetriou. Demetriou into the forward pocket, and Walsh safe in defence. Back to centre field. Oh, Keith Gregg playing in front has the mark.
Great mark by Gregg that time. Beautifully placed, Peter.
Yes, good use of the body by the dual Brownlow medalist. Gregg from centre field. Long to full forward. Plenty of Essendon tall timber down there. Carey claims the mark and in fact has been paid it by the umpire. On to Weston. Watson and Williams. All the W's. That surely is a free kick. He could get booked. The book is coming out. Yes, there's another one up on Monday night, and it is John Law. You might say the letter of the law. And Ian Robinson was in a good position to see that. He was running right to where the ball was coming.
Is he not next Monday night, Pete?
It looks that way, doesn't it, Lou? 2 minutes gone.
And chance now for Merritt to drive the Bombers.
It'll come back to Williams, Lou.
Oh, that's right. Merritt, I think, anticipated a free kick, so Williams got a 15-metre penalty. He's right on the edge of the square out there in the centre wing position. It's 19 points North Melbourne to Essendon 50 points as William boots the ball over the centre half forward position. Players fly. Staying at the back is Merritt. Glendinnings's into his back, but the umpire said call play on. Out it goes to Cowton. He can't get clear. They're holding on the shoulder. Well, he gave a backhander there. It could be against him. No, the umpire said get back on your mark. Merritt a 15-metre penalty. Now he's pushed Merritt over. He'll take the ball off him.
He loses it now.
He's taken it off him. Well, I think Crazy got the tip the first time he could have lost it. That's Furley's playing the part of Cowton.
That's why he's got his nickname.
Well, it's all right being the tough guy, but you've got to use a lot of discretion when you want to iron these blokes out. As Jack Dyer used to say, you have to wait a fortnight.
No, he didn't take it off him.
No, he didn't. He might have been lucky, so it's McCann taking the mark. Out it goes to Hodgman. Quickly plays on, boots the ball down there towards Fowles and Cracker. The ball pushed out by McDonald. A chance now for North Melbourne to get further field as we see little Atkins scoot around Duckworth. Right on the boundary line. This is a running shot at goal. And what a kick it is. And it's marked by Smith. Right on the line.
Rain coming down fairly heavy, Lou.
Well, that's a good, that's a big advantage to the Bombers because they've got a good lead at the moment. Smith goes for a short pass. And the mark taken here by Fairley. This will be his first kick for the match.
Could give him a bit of confidence too, Lou.
Well, let's hope it does for the young fella because there's nothing worse playing in a game when you first got a big serious game like that. He's put it through for a goal. So it's 8 goals, 250 Essendon with North Melbourne bouncing back a little bit. 4 goals, 125.
There's still a long way to go, but there's no doubt that kicking a goal would lift the confidence of Ian Fairley, and a good play by Smith. He may well have missed. As on replay now, we see Smith take the mark. It could well have been a lovely goal by Atkins, but it still finished up with a goal as we see the short pass coming out to Fairley.
I think Crazy might have been a bit lucky that time not to have the ball taken away from him, Bob.
I do believe so, Lou.
There he is, old Crazy Horse himself.
25 points the difference. 4.5 minutes have gone in the second quarter of the preliminary final. 52-25. Still the rain falling. Hodgman to full forward or to half forward. Carey is there. Well tackled by Phil Cracker. Umpire calls play on. Cracker putting on an Academy Award performance to try and get a free kick as Nagel goes for the hand pass.
He dived after the ball in.
Yes, push in the back is seen by the umpire.
Well, free kicks are certainly not going North's way, Pete. You must admit that.
Yes, I'll admit that. Nagel. Cowton and Danaher. No mark eventually. Cowton again. On towards Keith Gregg.
Doing a good job, Cowton, all the same.
Wide towards the right half forward flank. McCann and Weston are there. Carey comes in, beats both of them. Caught with the ball. Held it a minute. McCann chips it high. Demetriou marks. No.
Yep, it's a mark, Pete.
He's looking for 15-metre penalties.
Yes, I was wondering what the signal was intended to mean. So Andy Demetriou, a long way from goal. He would be 60 metres at least and on the boundary line. But of course, North kicking with the breeze this quarter, which must be a little bit stronger than we believe. A torpedo punt favoured by that player. Phil Cracker at the back. A good attempt to mark. And it will be a ball up in the goal square, or in fact just wide of it.
It's all quiet in the Western Front at the moment, Pete.
Insofar as the fisticuffs are concerned, yes, they're playing football now. What a torrid quarter that was.
Essendon have shifted Danaher to centre-half forward, Merritt to full forward.
Schimmelbusch a chance, but caught. Looking for a free kick for a high tackle. Asks the question of the umpire. The answer is in the negative. And we'll see a ball up again, almost in the identical position. Still only about 10 metres from goal. It's knocked down to Ezard, who gets offloaded for his trouble. Smith, the chance, close to the boundary line. Kicks it in play, only just Neagle. Thought about tapping it out, but saw the boundary umpire was close by. And once more, we'll see a ball up.
Just over the 6.5-minute mark of the second quarter. 8 goals to 50. Essendon and North Melbourne 4-1-25. North Melbourne this quarter kicking with the end that's favoured by the wind. Knocked out by Madden, comes back to Ezard, kicks it off the ground back towards Danner, certainly a long way away from his position at centre-half forward. He must be a little bit concerned, Bob, at the start of this quarter for North Melbourne to move him out there.
Yes, it's a bit of a surprising move because he was far too quick for David Dench, and Merritt had kicked 2 goals from centre-half forward.
There's Duckworth trying to get clear. It's Hodgman coming out of the pack, having a pot shot at the goals. Has it come around enough, or was it touched? A goal! So they're really bouncing back. That's his first goal, Hodgman. And it's North Melbourne 5-1-31 to Essendon 8-2-50.
The more I see of National's home video systems,
the more I see you,
the more I realize why I like them. They've got more pro features, more cameras than anyone, a portable that's more portable. I tell you, National builds home video systems like professionals want, and TV sets good enough to go with them. They're big entertainers.
from National.
Hey, how come you only use me for withdrawals? What about all those other things, like depositing, paying off your bank card, transferring money from one account to another, or finding out your balance? I can do all that in seconds. 7 days a week.
When you get to know your handy bank, banking becomes so much faster and easier. And at Westpac, we're rolling our sleeves up to make it easier still. There are so many things you can do.
Hey, aren't you going to introduce me?
When you get to know your handy bank.
If you thought the peace of mind of owning an electronic security system was out of your price range, think again. Secura Home. Peace of mind you can afford. A whole new dimension in home security. Secura Home requires no special wiring or costly structural alterations and can be installed in your home in only a few hours. Plus, Secura Home's cordless control unit gives you instant security. This unit can be activated anywhere on your property, up to a range of 50 metres, while its inbuilt panic alarm provides the sort of security only a woman can appreciate. Secura Home's modular design can be augmented by personal emergency necklaces, door and window contacts, window tape, and smoke detectors, all for surprisingly little cost. Secura Home. Peace of mind you can afford. Available from Security Supply, South Melbourne and Bayswater. Phone 690-5792 and 729-5400.
Next time you hear a racing driver talking about tyre technology, ask him which brand he races on. The chances are better than 95% that they'll be Dunlop.
Starting Tuesday night, Evita Peron, Faye Dunaway and James Farentino, the spectacular new miniseries that captures the life, loves and incredible rise to power of Evita Peron. Tuesday night, 8:30, Wednesday night, 8:30.
Just on the 8-minute mark. And North Melbourne bouncing back as Dempsey gets another knockout. Taken away from Watts. There's a free kick nearly in the back to Hawker. Ridden into the ground that time, and he'll take the free kick at centre field. It's about the first time that the Bombers have gone into attack for this quarter as the ball goes down there to Van der Haar. And the Flying Dutchman's grabbed it, and he'd be about 55 metres out from goal. A little bit anxious to play on here, but decides to go back for the kick. There it is, it's a long one into the goal square. Merritt battling there, Dempsey gets in the way. Couldn't hold the mark, backing up well as Dents. And Roger Merritt pushed out of the pack by Crazy Horse, using a bit of brute force there. Back it goes. Van der Haar nearly got that mark. He's paying it. That was a great mark. I think I'd have paid it too as the ball finally comes over now. A chance for it's a bit of a scrimmage. Back it goes to Van der Haar. Kicked off the ground. It's Danaher. Punched out by Dench. Good play. Hazard's kick is smothered. And that's rough and tough football out there as the umpire will bounce the ball. That was...
So a ball up. Half forward for Essendon at the 9-minute mark of the second term. A very crowded bounce it will be. Knocked away by Madden, picked up by Hawker. Hawker in towards Merritt. Now who's hanging on to who down there? Yes, Dench was doing that before actually. He's caught you this time, David, because he grabbed Merritt before when Merritt tried to lead. The umpire didn't see it. This time he did, and that's a perfect shot of it. Hanging onto his elbow. And I've got no doubt about that decision at all. So Merritt, with his third kick, had a chance to bring up his third goal. And the move, obviously, of putting him before forward could pay early dividends. Merritt, some 15 metres out and directly in front of goal, will be a valuable one to Essendon. It looks okay from here. And 4 points to Roger Merritt, who is the Bombers' leading goal kicker now with 3. And on Seven's big lead from the 83 preliminary final, it's 9-2, 56 to 5-1, 31.
So it's certainly one that North Melbourne did not want. They were hopeful, I'm sure, of getting a little bit closer. But just as North, even with the poor first quarter, kicked 2 goals in that first term, we naturally cannot expect Essendon not to get any on the board.
10 minutes gone. 9-2 to 5-1. Knocked away by Dempsey to Atkins, and North get it out of the centre finally. Up towards half forward. Oh, great mark by Foles. Foles is at centre half back. Straight down the centre, looking for Van der Haar or King. Neither can take the mark. Roving it well as Abernathy. Into his back apparently is the Essendon rover in Bahaja, and Abernathy to take the free kick at centre field. Towering punt kick, isn't it? Walsh goes the spoil. That's effective. Down to Cracker. Pouncing on it is Merritt. Flicking it out of Hurd. Essendon doing it well now. It comes out to Hawker at half-back, and Hawker clears for the Bombers.
And it's back over the centre field position. Picked up beautifully by Lord. Doing a great job down there at half-back. Punched on again. Grabbed by McCann. A hand pass. That comes out there. A little short pass by Atkins out wide. It's McDonald winning the race there against Walsh. Now it's Carey it is. Carey fumbles. Atkins picks it up, and finally the ball is forced out of bounds. Turf certainly coming up there out that loose spot over there. Ball pushed out by McDonald. Ross is grabbed that time by Jimmy Cracker. It's holding the ball. And of course, it'll be a free kick to Jimmy Cracker, only about 25 metres out from goal. And a chance to kick his second goal.
That was a beautiful tackle, Luke.
Certainly was. Watch him now. He grabbed the big fellow. He had no hope of getting away from that one, and of course he goes down.
Holden on the ground for North.
Holden on the ground.
I think Holt might have been a blind early in the piece, Peter.
Cracker fires at the goals, but he's off target, and they badly needed that one. So just on the 12-minute mark, it's 5 goals, 2-32 North Melbourne to Essendon, 9-2, 56. Here we see Holden. Ball kicked back into play again. Glendenning in the front posse. Smith got his hands but couldn't hold the mark. It's Danaher coming out of the pack, but he's grabbed by Cracker. Back it goes to Phil. He fumbles the ball, but he won't give in. He goes after it again, still trying to get it out. Umpire said hold my man, so things are starting to fall the North Melbourne's way at the moment, and a 15-metre penalty. This brings Phil Cracker right over the centre half forward position, and a chance to drive it deep into attack now. Oh, out of position that time by Duckworth. Not an easy mark taken there by Welch. There's Foles on his own out there at half-back. Got the open paddock to run. Better be careful bouncing it out there. It's pretty heavy. The ball off the side of the boot, and there's a good mark taken there by Abernathy on the centre wing position for North Melbourne.
He too goes for a short pass. Looking for and finding Atkins, who plays on. Atkins up to half-forward. Dempsey in front and marks.
Well, fairly nearly messed him up too. It's coming from behind.
Yes, he tried to stop, but he didn't.
On too many occasions, North have had more than one player in the air, and there's not enough talk from the players down on the ground to nominate whichever player should be going for.
Dempsey 45 metres out, but the longest kick in the side. That one looks okay. Well done from Big Gary. Just what North Melbourne needed at the 13-minute mark of the quarter. And the difference once again is 3 goals, 6-2 to 9-2.
So North have come back well in this term, and I do not believe that it is the case of the breeze. It's more a case of North steadying their game. Through the agency of Hodgson, they've gotten the ball out of the centre, something they didn't do in the first quarter.
Second quarter, nearly 14 minutes gone. 3 goals the difference. A centre square infringement. North Melbourne to get the free kick through the agency of Dempsey, who kicked the last goal. That kick's not quite so good, and it falls into the arms of Merv Neagle, who plays on. Neagle from half-back. Looks for Madden. Beautiful pass. Madden at centre wing. Kink making possession too long for him. Ramsey is there. The shepherd is from Dench. Plenty of Essendon players. Good tackle by Greg on Hawker. Merritt a shot at goal. He's kicked 3 already. Is that 4? Yes, it is. Great handball by Essendon. 4 goals to Roger Merritt. A fine performance up forward. The difference, again, 4 goals. 62 to 38.
So not good defence by North Melbourne there. And we'll watch as the ball goes over the head of Kink. Ramsey, well, should not have lost possession as Kink gives it across to Hawker. The tackle and the hand pass across to Merritt. A wobbly kick, but effective nonetheless. 4 straight to Roger Merritt.
15 minutes gone of the second quarter. 24 points the difference in favour of Essendon. Dempsey against Madden. Dempsey got that one out. Not a good one. Kicked off the ground again. They stack up at centre field. They're all trying to crash their way through the back. And the umpire will ball it up once again in the middle of the ground. The umpire, Robertson, going across to Demetrio to say a few words to him. Of course, Robertson's dressed up for the occasion with his usual finals afro hairdo. Ball pushed out by Madden. Still a scrimmage there, and the umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to the Essendon skipper, Terry Danaher, at centre field. A quick hand pass over to Hurd. Left unattended that time. He's got a chance to go for a bit of a gallop. Boots the ball well up towards the full forward position. Oh, he's too strong. Too strong for Carlton that time, Van der Haar. Went a bit late for the punch, and Van der Haar's got the chance to kick a goal from about 40 metres out.
It's a lovely mark, that one, Lou.
That's his 5th mark for the match. And when the Flying Dutchman's going, he's a pretty good player, too, as he fires at the goals now. And a great strong mark over the top of Merritt that time was by David Dench. Could be a 15-metre penalty here if he's not careful knocking the ball away like that.
I don't think he's worried at that into the ground.
I don't think he is. And, of course, he's kicked 4 goals up to this stage of the match, Merritt. He's been a real good player down there. Oh, great mark. Taken that time by Smith. A quick hand pass to Demetrio. The ball back there. Oh, McDonald lair-rising a bit that time. Oh, Duckworth was nearly upended by Smith as the ball comes out wide to Carlton. Pushed well away that time by Van der Haar. Williams goes down. Carlton's there again. Fine play by Carlton as he gets the ball out there to Hodgman. Hodgman at half-back goes for a pass. And Cracker nearly got one on the back. Jimmy Cracker after it again. Tries to scoop the ball out. Schimmelbusch is there. It's finally picked up. That time by Hurd over an Eagle. Walks out of the pack beautifully as he drives the ball over the half-forward line for Essendon. Punched on by Merritt. And the umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to David Dench down there. He's called play on. I think he was going to play. Oh, bad play by Glendenning. Well smothered by Danaher. A scramble going on, but there'll be a free kick to North Melbourne's Dempsey. And North Melbourne could have been lucky to get out of that one. Just over the 17-minute mark, and it's still 24 points the difference with a 15-metre penalty there.
Dempsey just on centre wing now. Oh, Cracker got high in the air and will be paid the mark.
A little lucky, I think.
Yes, didn't hold it for very long, did he? Good kick by Jim Cracker. Fairly in front and marks. That's a good one. No doubt about that.
That goal may have given him the confidence.
And certainly he needed something because he'd been having a dirty day up until he got that goal. Fairly from 25 metres out. The opportunity for his second goal, which he has duly converted. 2 goals to Fairley. He's now North Melbourne's leading goal kicker. Once again, they trail by 3 goals. 10-62 to 7-44.
There's a fine mark there by Fairley. The value of being in the front position as the ball dropped all of a sudden. It didn't carry. And we'll watch it again as Fairley just pushed Walsh away. In fact, Walsh then pushing again, but being in the front position and a really good mark.
3 goals the difference, 10-2 to 7-2. When North Melbourne have got that close before, Essendon have rallied with a goal or two. Let's see what happens this time as Merritt charges forward. Yes, forward charge possibly.
I felt that they should have let that game go on though, because although it was a free kick, Abernathy was clear of the centre.
Been a fine quarter by Dempsey this one, hasn't it, Bob?
Good smother by Merritt. Dempsey again gets the ball out. There's no one there to take it though for the Kangaroos. Merritt once more taps it wide. Down goes Danaher. Also down is Abernathy, it would appear.
Free kick.
Abernathy in plenty of bother just wide of the circle. I don't know what it is. He did, of course, have a broken nose. There's Abernathy. The free kick is to Glendinning. Glendinning, oh, beautiful punt kick. Knock on by Smith. Picked up by Jimmy Cracker. Well roved, but off target. And possibly out of bounds on the full.
As he was trying to do the banana kick there, but it just didn't banana.
So it will be a free kick to Essendon to be taken by Walsh. Walsh at the right back pocket for the Bombers. McCann and Weston. At the back is Merritt. Plays it well to Carey. He couldn't take the hand pass. Now the Bombers get out of trouble. Kink, a blind turn, effective. Bradbury moving it well to Neagle, who's had a good game so far. Neagle from the circle. Did too much, or in fact tried to. He's lost it. Atkins. Short pass. McDonald, oh, still can't take the mark. Duckworth holding the man. Yes, it is. And Bill Duckworth will take the free kick at half-back.
Well, we see that McDonald only went half-hearted for that mark, and of course Neagle tried to do that little bit extra. It was good play on the part of North Melbourne, but strong play here by Duckworth. He's been a strong player today as the ball goes up there towards Dempsey and Danaher. It's Danaher coming out with the ball. But it's finally, we see the ball driven up there by Holden out there, but there's no one there for North Melbourne. And a good mark to Merritt. He's played a fine game too. Out to Carey. And McCann's after him. He's collected him. He's got the kick out to Neagle now. Neagle can't pick it up and the ball is out of bounds. Crowd not too happy with Neagle either.
A complete blind before the game by North Melbourne, Lou, because Bridus now getting ready to come on.
They certainly fooled everybody. That'll be a fine from, I should imagine. They're not worrying about that. As we see Vanderhaar drop in, goes Crazy Horse. And it's a call play on. As we see a bit of struggling going on there at the moment. By golly, Crazy Horse collected Duckworth, I think it might have been.
I'm surprised it wasn't a free kick.
By golly, he collected him. He stunned him completely.
Smith in trouble.
Smith in a bit of trouble at the moment as Dempsey goes for the knockout. Gets it out to Cracker. He fumbles. The hand pass coming back from Atkins. The ball finally kicked up by Merritt. Ah, great mark by Watson over the top of Abernathy that time out there on the centre wing position. This is a game of thrills and spills as it goes out wide. And a good mark there of Bradbury. A little short of centre half forward. Short pass. It'll be Rene Kink going for this one. He's grabbed the mark. He's broken clear. He's going to have a snapshot at goal. But the incredible Hawks off target, disgusted with himself, and it's through for 1 point. 21 and a half minutes gone, and it's Essendon 10-3-63. Bridus on the ground now. He's going to have the job at having a go at Duckworth. That'll be a pretty tough battle before it's over. 7-2-44 North Melbourne to Western 10-3-63.
And away go the Kangaroos through Jimmy Cracker. Bradbury just brings him down, and he finds his brother.
They're looking better now, North Melbourne.
They are looking a little bit better. Phil Cracker into the goal square, trying to find McCann. Nobody waiting down for North Melbourne, and it's picked up by Walsh. Merritt again, playing a great game. And the publicity of a few weeks ago has made him a new player. To half forward, Glendinning and Ezard. And it will be a ball up right half forward flank for Essendon at the 22.5-minute mark of the quarter. A little bit more application by North Melbourne this term after giving Essendon a huge start. Madden has done best in the ruck. Kink, a little bit slow. Bahaja, on it goes to Williams. Short to Ezard. They've combined for 2 goals already. Danaher gets offloaded, but he had the ball. The Essendon skipper trying to get it out. Now he was grabbed there, didn't have it. Essendon fans, as you can hear, loud in their disapproval of that decision. And justifiably so, perhaps. Dempsey and Madden had a great battle so far. Free kick to Madden. For a Shepherd, I presume.
Well, Dempsey's disgusted with the decision. He said that possibly Dempsey may have been holding on.
Couldn't see it myself.
Well, he's closer than we are, Pete. We've got to admit that, haven't we?
Yes. So Simon Madden has a chance for his first goal. And he would be, let me see, some 40 metres out and just about directly in front of goal. Madden's unusual style is effective as it's through for 4 points to the Bombers. And once again, they answer the challenge as North get to within 3 goals. The Bombers go ahead again. 11-3-69 to 7-2-44.
The more I see of National's home video systems,
The more I see you,
the more I realize why I like them. They've got more pro features, more cameras than anyone, a portable that's more portable. I tell you, National builds home video systems like professionals want, and TV sets good enough to go with them. They're big entertainers.
from National.
The loving and the caring, the giving and the sharing. It's Arnott's chocolate biscuit time again.
Chocolate biscuits to give and share. Arnott's mint slice, peppermint cream covered with real dark chocolate. TV snacks, crispy and bite-sized, coated in real chocolate.
The loving and the caring, the giving and the sharing.
Arnott's chocolate biscuits.
And he said we'll never be in by the holidays.
Hello, yellow, it's for you. Let your fingers do the walking and help you do the things you do. Hello, yellow. Hello, yellow, your time's your own with a hello, yellow pages and a hello on the phone.
Save your legs, save your cash, save your time.
With a
hello, yellow pages every time.
Hello, yellow.
A Telecom Australia product.
A day in the life of a custom-tone kitchen.
Oh, I love the new kitchen. Isn't it great? Custom Tone designed it just the way I wanted it. There's so much storage space. It's so easy to keep clean too. And they had some really nice styles to choose from.
From around $2,500 to $6,000 at a Custom Tone showroom near you. Or phone for a free quote. Custom Tone, heart of the family home.
Thursday night, it's CI5's job to protect a visiting religious political activist, an old friend of Cowley's. A planned assassination plot is uncovered and Bodie and Doyle are put through their paces. The Professionals, Thursday at 8:30, followed by the Sweeney.
24 minutes gone in the second quarter now. 4 goals won the difference, which translates to 25 points. Merritt having a run on the ball, but can't get it past Dempsey. In fact, no one can get it out of the circle, and once again the umpire has decided on a bounce, which will take place just wide of the circle itself.
Just over the 24-minute mark of the second quarter. Merritt against Dempsey. Bit of shepherding. Merritt got it down, kicked off the ground by Hawker. And we see little Hazard going down. Glenn Jennings onto him there and wanted him get out. The umpire said he had no hope of getting rid of it. It'll be a ball up towards the centre-half forward position for Essendon. They're 25 points in front at the moment. As Bob Skilton said before, the closest they can get to Essendon is 3 goals, North Melbourne. Finally, we see Bradbury slunk to the ground. They pile on top of a couple of players there. Merritt's on the bottom, and the umpire once again will ball it up out towards the edge of the square, out towards the centre wing position. Dempsey against Merritt. He's got 2 to contend with today, Merritt and Madden. That's going to be a difficult job as we see Holden trying to get clear. And it's grabbed here. Hawker had no hope of getting rid of it. The umpire will ball it up once again, but they're gradually getting it down towards their half-forward line.
Every time there's a ball up, Lou, it's an Essendon player who is, first to the ball.
That's why they're getting the free kicks too, Bob. There's no doubt about that. Oh, Merritt and Dempsey had a bit of a wrestling match. It'll go to Dempsey this time. And there's not that many North Melbourne supporters in comparison with the Essendon fans, but they certainly gave a rousing cheer there. As the ball is down there, it's a mark. It'll be a mark to Arnold Brightus, and why he wasn't on the ground earlier, I don't know. Arnold Brightus kicks the ball long up there towards the full forward position. And that's a great mark to Walsh down there in defence.
Not doing a bad job either.
So it's Walsh going across the goals there now. A chance from McCann to mark. Tapped on again, a hand pass coming out. And it's little Bahajar breaking clear. The hand pass back to Weston, where he gave it from in the first place, right down there towards that half-forward line. Hawker in the front position. Demetrio after him. Down goes Hawker. Demetrio's into his back as it's picked up by Watson on the boundary line. He goes for a short pass, looking for Van der Haar. He's beaten Cowton again. Quick hand pass coming over. And we see grabbed there on the lane was Watson, and the ball is forced out of bounds. They were lucky to get away with that, Northern. A little bit foolish on the part of Van der Haar.
Watch again as the mark taken by Paul Van der Haar. Cowton letting him know that he was there. A hand pass across to Watson. A quick hand pass from Watson, hoping to get it back, but not coming.
There we see the ball out wide. Abernethy's grab, didn't have the ball that time to get a free kick.
A little lucky. I thought he did have it the first time.
Well, Abernethy's got the free kick out there at half back. The difference still 25 points on North Melbourne, still within striking distance. McCann trying to posse for position there. Punched out by Weston and again by Hodgman. It's Schimmelbusch. He's been pretty quiet today as the hand pass comes out to Arnold Briders. Goes for the long kick. It's a long kick up there, looking for Fairley, but it's too long. Backing up well as Carey. Well tackled that time by Jimmy Cracker.
Free kick to Phil Cracker.
It'll be a free kick.
Phil Cracker's free.
It's against the Walsh. And, of course, we're watching the play there.
A good tackle by Jim Cracker. Carey losing the ball. Now we see it. That's
he got into his back, didn't he? So we see the free kick going there to Phil Cracker. A quick hand pass to Fairley, and he's kicked it through, and that's his second goal. And third goal. 27 and a half minutes gone, and the score at the moment is 8 goals, 250 North Melbourne to Western 11-3, 69.
Well, Essendon really losing concentration on that occasion. Walsh being the player on the mark, and so Foles should have picked up Walsh's opponent if that was the case, but Foles just stood back watching what was going on, and a goal to Fairley for his third.
So once again, North Melbourne have got back to within just on 3 goals. It's 50-69, a difference of 19 points. The Kangaroos want the next goal going into half-time. Neagle's hand pass is OK to Hawker. High kick. Merritt underneath it. Glendinning a tap on. Bahaja intercepting. Picked up by the skipper. Danaher to half-forward. Schimmelbusch is there. The knock away to Madden. On to Williams. Bahaja looks for the hand pass. He's got it to Watson, who steadies. Watson's shot. It's through, and once again Essendon answer the challenge. Timmy Watson's first goal. North can't get past that 18-point gap.
Essendon player down there in the middle. I'm not quite sure who it is. It might be Hawker.
12-3-75 to 8-2-50 at VFL Park. Hawker down. Looks OK now.
Watch on replay now as Nagel comes through. Gets the hand pass out. And Hawker.
Thanks very much.
Oh, golly. I'd reckon that was accidental, Pete.
Well, it wasn't a bad one.
Not bad. That would have...
well, I'm just saying that Briders will have a bit of a dip, won't he, Bob?
Well, Hawker had his little thing in first.
I think they would have decked Kahuma Hunger in his prime, wouldn't it, that one? 29 minutes gone. 8-2 to 12-3 at VFL Park. Hurd takes it beautifully from the centre and a short pass. Looking for Madden. Off the ground doesn't work. Izzard robes it. A bit of luck out there to Van der Haar. Into the goal square, knocked away by Keith Craig. Good defence by the dual Brownlow medalist and one behind the end result. As we take a check at the scores, it's 12-4 to 8-2. 76 points, plays 50. 26 points the difference. Dench brings it back into play. Dempsey underneath it. At the back is Big Merritt. Van der Haar doing some useful work in this quarter down there. Hooks it high, looking for Madden. At the back is Glendinning. The punch away, Bahaja out to Danaher. A left foot snap from the skipper, off target and through for one behind to Essendon to make the difference 27 points now at VFL Park, 52-77.
Pete, I'm a little surprised. I thought Law was doing a pretty fair job against Van der Haar, and you know, Cowton hasn't done anywhere near the job that Law was doing.
Maybe they'll be moved back after half-time when they have a council of war, a free kick to North Melbourne. And let's see who's going to take it. It'll be a 15-metre penalty irrespective.
I think he's missed it completely.
He did. Well, put that down to what's your decision, perhaps. As it comes to Abernethy, up towards centre wing. McCann jostling with Weston. Weston wins out, goes for the handball. Hodgman got one for his corner. Plenty of weight being used there. Weston over the top. Here's a chance for Schimmelbusch. Steadies. Long shot at goal is straight. And a goal. That's what they wanted. And so the scores now in the time-on period of the second quarter, 12-5, 77 to 9-2, 56.
So the ball back into play again by David Dench. Dempsey and Madden go for this one. Madden couldn't hold that one. Williams in the front posse, spins out of the pack beautifully. Now he goes for a pass. No, not far enough as Hurd drives it back there again towards Dench and Merritt. Dench, well, actually took it away from him, Rams. He had a chance. Down goes Ezard. The umpire call play on. Bahajar's grab. In goes Ezard again to Watson. Now Watson's got a chance to score. And he shredded it through for a goal. So that's goal number 2 to Watson. And it's 9 goals, 2-56 North Melbourne to Western 13-7-85.
Yes, well, a move by Kevin Sheedy that certainly come off Watson onto the forward line, because that was a fine goal. We watch again on replay. Bahajar losing possession. Ezard getting the hand pass in, and beautifully trapped by Watson. And the calmness of Tim Watson as he straightened up and put it through.
4 minutes gone in the third quarter. Essendon doing everything right still. Bomber fans can sense a grand final burst next week. The North Melbourne's half-forward line, and a chance down there for little Atkins. Out to Phil Cracker. Over the top, looking for Atkins again. Walsh put the body in well. Likewise Carey. And the end result of all that, once again, will be a ball up 15 metres out from the goal.
And North Melbourne badly needing a goal here, Pete.
Yes, they are slipping further and further behind. McCann to contest the bounce. Tries to get it to Atkins. Fairly over the boundary line. And so a throw it in the forward pocket now for North Melbourne. McCann and Madden. On by McCann, onto Walsh, back to Carey. He's been quite a good player for Essendon so far today, and picked up out there by Abernethy. Schimmelbusch got high but couldn't take the mark. Hurd. Short pass, could be dangerous. Neagle, fairly, well tackled. You might say fairly tackled. Walsh. And it will be a ball up.
That was great play on the part of Fairley, Bob, because he stopped the second player from getting away.
Yes, he kept that going up the ground all the time. That's what their forwards were not doing in the first half.
McCann and Madden again. It's won by McCann. No North Melbourne Rovers are there. Carey has the chance. In fact, he's got a couple of them. A good smother. Hawker hooks it back to where Dempsey's standing. Bradbury. Coughton. Wild hand pass onto Holden, who traps it well. Now high towards half forward. Plenty of Essendon players are there. Schimmelbusch late on the scene. Has he got the mark? Yep. Yes, says the umpire.
Well, might have been a little bit lucky.
Timmy Watson doesn't like the decision.
Watch it again on replay. And Watson might have had it.
I'd reckon Shimmer's a bit lucky there.
Well, that was how the umpire saw it. How did you see it at home? Schimmelbusch, 35 metres out from goal. The boos, of course, from the Essendon fans, and there are plenty of them. And they'll appreciate that because it is missed and goes through for only one behind at the 6-minute mark. And the score's now in the third quarter, 57 to 85.
Waiting for the ball to come back into play. Little short kick that time by Fowles. Drives the ball out towards that half-back line. Oh, in the front there was Danaher. Little Atkins trying to get away from Bradley on the ground. Back to Glenn Denning. Couldn't pick it up. It's finally picked up by Danaher. It's finally back out there on a mark taken by McCann. Ball driven back there again over the centre half forward position. Dempsey getting in position. Couldn't hold that one. Bit of a scrimmage, a hurried kick out that time back towards the full forward position. Walsh is grabbed by Fairley, a quick hand pass back to Neagle. He said he threw it, so it's a chance for young Fairley. That's a good tackle. That's the second good effort we've seen by this young fellow who's going now for goal number 4.
Yes, great tackle once again.
Well, we give full marks to this young fellow, only 19 years of age, and of course, this is a big day for him in this preliminary final for North Melbourne. Crowd hooting now as he fires at the goals. And he's put it through for a goal. Goal number 4 to Fairley. And the score, 10 goals, 3-63 North Melbourne to Western, 13-7-85.
After a hard day's work, nothing beats a long, cold Carlton draft. You'll find him somewhere back in nowhere. Way out there is where you'll find him. 50 dusty miles to go and 100 more behind him. There's nobody born can beat him on a horse that's bred to run. And he doesn't have to prove a thing, not one damn thing to anyone. Give me a beer, a Carlton Dry. Want the coldest one you've got. I've got a thirst that's gonna need some special care. Give me a beer, a Carlton Draft, 'cause it's brewed to be the best. With a Carlton Draft, you know the flavor's there. Carlton Draft's another name for real draft beer. And there's nothing beats a long, cold Carlton Draft.
From the man in the little yellow van to the lady who's answering your call. You know that help is on its way. You know that you can trust us all. We can help with a loan or insure your home or send you on a holiday far away. We're the RACV and we are proud. We're proud to help you on your way. Chances are you will need us. Yes, and nothing more will please us.
RACV vehicle inspections can check the car you own or the car you want to buy. So call this number. It could save you a lot of money and a lot of trouble.
You'll need us one day.
You can take one of the world's best-selling mowers almost anywhere, even home. Over 4 million people around the world already have. Flymo, your next mower.
On Sunday night, Willisey brings you his latest brilliant film, Women Who Kill. The deeply moving, crucially important story of desperate wives, Women Who Kill. See it at 7:30 when Willisey makes Sunday night special again.
Brought to you by Tetley Tea.
The 14-minute mark now of the third quarter, Essendon leading by 28 points.
So it will be thrown back into play, right half forward for Essendon. Very handy lead at this stage of the match. It's pretty hard to see North Melbourne getting up to stop them. Merritt and Dempsey. Glendinning kicks it out of the pack towards centre wing. Bridus is there. Neagle, beautiful pickup. Out of bounds, says the boundary umpire. The judgment of which move is not appreciative. And we'll see the boundary throw in again. This time on centre wing at the 14 and 3/4 minute mark. Dempsey and Madden. Neither wins it. Glendinning. Bridus, good handball. Bridus hooks it across to centre half forward, looking for McCann, who can't take the mark. Essendon's defence has been very good today as Hurd gets it to Duckworth. To centre field. Merritt goes the knock on. Ezard. Done a lot of useful things today, this fellow. Ezard and Gregg. Youth and experience. The matter wins out. Well played from Gregg to half forward. Phil Cracker. Plenty of Essendon players are there. Comes out to Shane Hurd now from Western. Hurd at centre wing. Short pass. Beautifully delivered to Van der Haar. And that could be a 15-metre penalty. Yes, it will be, says umpire Neville Nash. That's where the new mark will be, bringing Van der Haar to within kicking distance. Van der Haar has already hasn't scored a goal. He's certainly been a good player though. Watson just can't trap the ball before it's out of bounds. It will throw in next to the behind post at the 16-minute mark. This, of course, the scoring in was last week and has been so far today. Danaher and Glendinning, two of the favourites for the Brownlow medal. Bradbury out of bounds, I think, yet again, and the throw in this time about 25 metres around from the goal.
Just over the 16-minute mark, 10-3 North Melbourne, 63 to Essendon, 14-7-91. It's about 40 metres around from the Bomber goal. Umpires found a free kick. It'll go to Gary Dempsey from that throw-in. Well, North Melbourne still can't peg them back, Bob.
No, they're certainly not able to get a break at any stage, Lou.
Was the ball knocked out again? Back it is to Bahaja on their way and running. There's a go again for Bradbury to have a long shot at goal. That's not a bad sort of a kick either. Hit the post. He's certainly come to light too. That's been a pretty handy move, putting him on the ball as a ruck rover.
He's going everywhere that Atkins goes, Lou, and it's quietened Atkins, particularly in this half.
Ball back into play again. Punched out towards Bradbury and Atkins. To number 36. It's Bradbury coming out with it now again. We said before, doing a great job, a hand pass back to Rene King. He runs into plenty of trouble there, and the ball is forced over the line by Jimmy Cracker. Could be, no, I thought it might have been a trip, but no, the umpire said it's out of bounds, and it's about 40 metres around from the Essendon goal. They're 92 points to 63. Dempsey and Glendenning finally knocked the ball out. A hurried kick that time by Abernathy. Well, Madden had no opposition that time from Smith, far too big, and it was a great leap by the big ruckman for Essendon. Takes that mark out there at half forward, about 70 metres out.
On replay, Lou.
Hand pass to Neagle. Neagle's kicker's well into the goal mouth now. Dempsey in front, and he didn't hold that mark. Finally, we see going after it. It's pushed out now, threading his way through the pack beautifully. His little Atkins. A hand pass coming over to Keith Gregg. And the dual Brownlow medalist decides to go for a bit of a run as he boots the ball back out there towards that wing position. Schimmelbusch got one too high, and he'll take the free kick out there on that centre wing position. And we're just over the 18-minute mark, and the score at the moment is Essendon 14-8-92 to North Melbourne 10-3-63.
Quiet day so far by Schimmer. A good attempt at marking by McCann. Bahaja. Madden. Essendon need to attack again. He's looking for Bandahar or Williams. Williams takes the mark. He's played well today. 14 possessions for Williams.
You saw a shot there of Peter Smith, and he doesn't look too well, Pete.
He doesn't indeed. Hasn't had a great day. And again, a few other North Melbourne players we could describe in the same words. Williams is 45 to 50 metres out. That's a good shot at goal. I think it's there. The goal umpire concurs. And Williams brings up 4 points for the Bombers, who are going right on with the job in this third quarter. 15-8-98 to 10-3-63.
After a hard day's work, nothing beats a long, cold Carlton draft. He'll tell you he likes to sleep beneath the stars and wake up with the dawn. And he likes the taste of real draft beer when his times is on. If you want the taste of real draft beer, only Carlton Draft comes anywhere near. There's nothing beats a long, cold Carlton Draft.
Because everyone loves a long weekend.
Got everything we need?
Budget gives you the chance of making every weekend a long weekend. Take off any time on any Thursday or Friday, and for the price of 2 days, we'll give you 3 days rental. Rent on Thursday or Friday, and you'll get 3 days rental for the price of 2. 1 day free to really help you get away from it all. Budget's longer weekend rate, driving your weekend dollar further.
What type of bait attracts various fish, and where is it found? Learn the secrets of success with Master Guide to Practical Fishing, a complete workshop manual and field guide sold in weekly parts. For every type of salt and freshwater fishing, this fascinating series can make you the expert. It's packed with practical advice and useful tips from the pros, and it's available week by week in magnificent colour for only $1.99 a part. Master Guide to Practical Fishing. Catch part 1 now.
Ollie's got this thing about quality. He's always checking everything we do. He calls it Ollie quality, and it has to be the best. 'Cause at Ollie's Family Restaurants, you're our guest.
10 pieces of delicious fried chicken and large chips, only $7.50 this month at Ollie's.
He calls it Ollie quality, and it has to be the best. 'Cause at Ollie's Family Restaurants, you're our guest.
Monday night at 7:30, Quincy's on hand to help out at the scene of an accident when a young man loses his arm. But with the help of a group of brilliant physicians, they fight to resurrect the boy's future. Quincy, Monday night at 7:30 on 7.
19.5 minutes gone in the third term, 63 to 98, a difference of 35 points. It's pretty hard to come back from there. North Melbourne conceding somewhat of a start. Neagle gets tripped up, so he'll take the free kick. Plays on subsequently. Ezard can't take the mark. Good attempt. Tap on by Madden. Carlton is there. The hand pass is erroneous to Watson. Danaher, the skipper, Glendinning tackles. Carlton again with Merritt. Ramsey got one too high. He'll get a free kick for in the back.
They're really struggling at the moment, Pete.
They are indeed. Looking very slow and almost uninterested. Have few good players. Dench wobbles the kick off the boot. Demetriou. Hawker, too fast. As I said, too many good players. Weston to Hawker. Long kick by Hawker into the goal square, and the mark taken down there by Kim Hodgman.
Good strong mark by Hodgman just over the 20-minute mark of this third quarter. 98 points, Essendon to North Melbourne 63. Ball falls short, punched away by Hawker. Back there to Merritt. He smothers it pretty well. Now he's got it out to Watson, but the umpire said it'll be a push in the back. And Merritt's already kicked 4 goals. A chance for his 5th here because he's well within kicking distance. Well within kicking distance. Only be about 35 metres out, if that.
Watch again, and you'll see, yes, there's no doubt that Dench was into the back of Roger Merritt.
Good decision by the umpire. We wait for Merritt to go for goal number 5. He's played a fine game here today. Waiting on Merritt. With their 16th goal on the ball. That's off the boot. Side of the boot up there towards the full forward position. Punched on by Dempsey and through for 1 point. So it's 10 goals, 363 North Melbourne to Essendon 15-9-99. One more for the century. And the way they're playing at the moment, they look as though they'll be in the 1983 grand final. North Melbourne have to give themselves a bit of a shake-up as the ball goes back out there towards that half-back line. Punched away by Danner. He's playing a real captain's game. And Watson's grabbed, and he didn't have the ball that time by a mile, and the free kick will go to Watson. They're making a lot of mistakes, and that's the sign of when you're tired. Back it goes now, the captain again. He's got the ball, Terry Danaher. He's about, wouldn't be 40 metres out from goal. And what a great year this fella's had, and he'll be in strong contention for this year's Brownlow medal, I would say.
Yes, he's had a wonderful season, Lou, as he goes for the pass now.
Oh, there's Madden. Umpire call play on nearly a mark as we see Abernathy trying to get out of the pack, but finally it goes out to little Atkins, a pass, and a mark taken there by Smith at half-back. North Melbourne badly needing a couple of goals. Down to Arnold Bright as he missed that with Duckworth. Finally it comes out to McCann getting away from Weston. Now he's clear. He's got to kick this. When he does, he's slung to the ground as the ball goes over the half-forward line. It hits the deck now. It's Cracker going. Jimmy Cracker balks. Doesn't know where to go. Finally goes for a long kick down there towards the forward pocket. Coming out to meet it is Walsh. Fairley's after him again. He's got him. But Walsh still gets the kick out wide towards Bradby, and the ball is out of bounds as we approach the 23-minute mark of this, the third quarter. And the Bombers looking pretty strong at the moment, Peter.
Yes, they're doing it easily, aren't they?
They've only added 3 goals, 4 in this term, but the way they've gone about their actual game, they're running North ragged at the moment.
North have only added 1 goal, holding the ball, says the umpire. Free kick going to Hodgman at left half forward. 23 minutes gone. Looking for Fairley. Almost completes the mark. Phil Cracker roves it well. Looks for the hand pass to his brother in the goal square. Doesn't bounce kindly for him. Now he's got another chance. Offloaded by Walsh to Duckworth. Nothing going right for North. Let's see if Demetriou can make amends. Paddles it towards the boundary line. Hawker beats him. Beautifully done, Essendon. Folds. They're looking $1 million, Essendon. Watson, Weston, Williams, the W's, off the side of the boot. Dench comes out to meet it and does it well. Holden. Oh, it's all Essendon. Bradbury.
Well, they're not thinking they're just kicking it anywhere, Pete, at the moment.
It would appear that way. Bahaja to King. Madden. Up the full forward, looking for big Merritt. Here's a race. Dench and Merritt. I think next year Stuart Gifford has got too much to worry about there. So a boundary throw in. Left forward pocket for the Bombers. A nudge out, but the umpire said it's okay. Hurd burrows in. It comes to Holden. Demetriou down to Abernathy. Over the boundary line by a millimetre. That's with an M. And the free kick at centre wing, taken out there by Hawker. Dench in the middle, sets himself well. Palm down, picked up by Bahaja. No one chasing. Bahaja into the goals. Oh, look at this. Van der Haar 10 metres out.
Well, actually, Bahaja told him where to kick at that time, so he could get a bit of a run at it. Bob, did you notice that?
8 marks.
Bahaja in this quarter has really lifted his game and come into it. His handball has been constructive. He's been a fine rover around the packs.
Well, a chance now for Van der Haar to kick goal number 1. And, of course, 16th for Essendon. There's the kick. It's a goal. So it's 10 goals, 363 North Melbourne to Essendon, 16-9, 105. And they're looking pretty good for the 1983 grand final. The way they're going in North Melbourne are making a lot of fundamental mistakes.
We watch again as we see a fine mark by Van der Haar. A well-placed kick by Tony Bahaja. And from behind the goals now we see the placement of that kick and a good mark nonetheless.
25 and a half minutes gone of the third quarter. Dempsey against Madden. Well, Dempsey's finally got it out. Picked up that time by Abernethy. Donnell on the ground for Essendon. Over the centre-half forward position. And backing up well as Carey takes the ball away from the danger zone again. And a good mark taken by Hawker. They've got a ton of confidence now. The Bombers, a hand pass coming over to Weston. They're doing as they like. North Melbourne looking tired and rattled. We see Weston go for a pass. It'll be okay. And there's a mark taken by Donnell. Just coming on the ground about 30 seconds ago. Short pass, left unattended that time, and an easy mark will go to Weston down there in the forward pocket.
At the present moment, Weston is about 60 metres away from his opponent, so McCann not going down the ground with him at all.
Well, there we see that kick by Weston is off target and through for 1 point. So at the 26.5-minute mark of this third quarter, it's 16-10, 106. Essendon to North Melbourne, 10-3, 63. Well, certainly falling in a hole this quarter. We all thought that they might have bounced back after doing so well in the second quarter.
They might have dropped the bundle, Lou.
Yeah, look as though they have.
The Grand Canyon, not a hole.
Ball back into play again by David Dench. Madden goes the big knockdown. Finally picked up by Hodgman. Back to Abernethy out there at half-back. Sort of Paddock to run in here, but he's going for a pass. It's a dangerous one, too, out towards McCann. He's marked it. Got that mark out there at centre, or on that centre wing position to be a 15-metre penalty. This brings him over the half-forward line, but he's still a good distance out from goal. Kick by McCann is a long one, up there towards Fairley and Welsh. Carey's at the back, trying to grab it again. It comes down to Briders. He can't get off. Kicking in danger there, I would say. It'd go to Carey against Briders. So they can't do a thing right at the moment, North. Carey with that free kick, a hand pass to Meagle. Left unattended out there. So he's clear and goes another pass. Bradbury coming. He's played a fine game today too. Out there at half-back. The ball back towards the Madden out there with Dempsey. Can't take the mark, but there's no hope of Dempsey recovering to grab him as he clears now and boots the ball up there. Van der Haar's got the mark. Got away from Carlton. Well, we see Van der Haar now out there for goal number. Going for his second goal. And he'd only be about 35 metres out directly in front.
Well, do you think Law must have been injured when he went off in the second quarter?
Well, I'm surprised because I wouldn't have taken him off Van der Haar. He held him well. There's the kick by Van der Haar. It's a goal.
As the siren goes for three-quarter time, it looks like. Yes, it is. Umpire raises his hands, and at three-quarter time, it's Essendon with the match-winning lead. They won't lose it from there. 17-10, 112 to 10-3, 63. We begin the final quarter at VFL Park in the 83 preliminary final. Essendon leading by 49 points from North Melbourne, who are very disappointing in that third quarter. Bahaja trying to gain position, as is his captain, Danaher. It will be a ball up about 15 metres from the circle. Slightly at Essendon's attacking zone. Knocked away by Madden. To Gregg. Very high kick to left half forward. Carey and Jim Cracker. Carey takes it well over the head of McCann, trying to find Williams, who's played very well and is tackled well on that occasion by Holden. McCann's kick is out of bounds on the full.
Caused by a good tackle, Pete.
And a free kick subsequently going to Essendon. The recipient will be Steve Carey. Carey at the right half-back flank. Puts Essendon into attack. albeit by a small margin. Dempsey, good mark.
Well, Dempsey's tried pretty hard today, Pete.
He has. Hasn't had much backup support. McCann left half forward flank onto Keith Gregg. He's certainly got a huge deficit to make up if they're to get back into this match. Knocked away by Folds. The runner is Hawker, who fumbles, but he's got another chance. He has to take a wide turn. Back to Duckworth. Duckworth on centre wing. Lobs it to half forward, looking for Van der Haar. The opposition is from Smith, who punches it down. It's taken by Watson. The Essendon fans roar. Watson shot at goal. There's a boomer. It's another one. Essendon really home and hose now. The nail right into the coffin. The Kangaroos aren't hopping at the moment. And the scores on Seven's big league. 18-10, 118 to 10-3, 63.
Well, full credit for that goal should go to Gary Folds from the back pocket, because it looked as though Phil Cracker was going to take the mark. Folds punched the ball the distance of a kick.
2 minutes gone of this last quarter, and the Bombers look assured now of the grand final match next week. Ball knocked out by Dempsey, still trying as Greg tries to spin at the back, lost the ball. Picked up by Hurd. That's Schimmelbusch's ghost. He's covered him pretty well today. Hawker boots the ball back over that, or up towards that wing position. Little Bahaja had a great third quarter. Ezard lost sight of that one. Down goes Watson. Coming into it now is Williams. Oh, nearly copped one from Smith, but it hasn't deterred him. He picks it up. A pass to Dunnell, and he's got the mark. Played a great game, Williams, too, for Essendon, Bobby.
Yes, he's been a fine half-forward, Lou, and he's shown plenty of courage.
Dunnell with the ball now out there on that half-ball in the forward pocket position about 30 metres out from goal. Right on the boundary line. At least he's on the right side for a right-footer. There's the kick by Dunnell. Oh, this won't come off properly and through for a point, even though it was knocked out by Van der Haar there. So just over the 3-minute mark. It's North Melbourne 10-3, 63, and they've certainly fallen in the hole since half-time. 18 goals, 11, 119. Of course, they haven't recovered from that shock they got that first quarter. And the Bombers kicked 8 goals. The ball out there now. The umpires said it's out of bounds. And there'll be a throw-in from the Essendon half-forward line.
Free kick against King.
Free kick against Kick, is it?
Yes, he kicked the ball away, Lou, deliberately wasting time.
So it'll be a free kick now going down there to Abernethy. That would be, as Bob said before, North Melbourne's best player. That's his 18th kick. Of course, that wasn't a great one. It was off the side of the boot. Hodgman got after that one, but he was pushed in the back by Bahaja and take the free kick out towards the centre wing position. But they haven't got many good players, North Melbourne. There wouldn't be a handful of them. Running on Hodgman. He's tried pretty hard too. Ball across the centre half forward. McCann couldn't grab that mark. Abernethy again. Down he goes. A push in the back against Rene Kink, and I suppose Rene Kink has been possibly Essendon's quietest player, Bob.
Yes, particularly when you consider that he's played the second half in the centre, Lou.
Ball back up there, a chance for Walsh to take the mark. That's a great grab over Fairley. He's only 19 years of age, kicking 4 goals so far today, out there to Weston. So they're running around pretty loose at the moment. We see Weston take that mark out there at half back to the bump.
Speaking of King coming off the ground, and he's replaced by Cameron Clayton as play continues upfield. At half forward is Dunnell. Mark number 2. Short to Clayton. The new boy is doing it well. Clayton's first touch, as I mentioned, he just come on, and of course Dunnell came on, I think,
in the third quarter, did likewise,
yeah.
Pete.
So now Clayton, generally a defender, has a chance to score. That'd really rub salt into the wound, wouldn't it? Knocked down into the pocket. It will be over the line. No, Abernethy can't get there, and the throw-in will subsequently result. Forward pocket for Essendon. Kicking to the western end goal.
It's a pretty tired side, don't they?
North.
Yep.
Knocked down by Dempsey. Picked up by Williams. Off target. One behind. And the score is now 18-12. That's some sort of an overture for the Bombers to North Melbourne 10-3, 63. Just about doubled their score. Be more like the death march for North. Dench. Long kick. No one can mark it. Van der Haar. Good game for Essendon today. 9 marks and many possessions. Shoots it to Watson, who plays on around McCann. The snapshot is a boomer! What a goal from Watson! 4 goals to the Essendon young veteran. 19-12. 1-2-6 to 10-3, 63. That's close to goal of the day. Some comments from a man who kicked many like that, Bob Stilton.
Yes. Tim Watson has played a fine game, and he's been a great player right through the final series for Essendon. And when Watson first played on there, I thought he'd made a mistake, to be quite candid, but a beautiful snapshot.
6 minutes into the final term, it's a runaway win coming up to Essendon. They'll tackle Hawthorn next week in the grand final, and on their performance today, I think they'd be favourites. Danaher. Van der Haar, not marked number 10, but close to it. Holden well tackled. Smith to Abernethy. Oh, shocking handball. Demetriou in all sorts of bother. Abernethy. Abort, effective. Down the centre. Walsh with the big punch. Duckworth and Hurd back up support from that pair. Brightus on the boundary line. The shepherd from Phil Cracker. Brightus nowhere to go. The Essendon defence doing it well. Folds. Moves the hand pass away. The kick out to Hawker. Hawker long. Van der Haar. Now he's got the even 10. 10 marks. Great performance from Van der Haar.
McCann to centre-half back. Glendinning to centre-half forward.
A bit too late, I think, Bob. Donnell, possession number 3. That's a real rainmaker. Watson taps it over his head, but to Smith, who's well tackled by Clayton, and we will see a ball up.
Just over the 7-minute mark, and it's all Essendon at the moment. 126 points to North Melbourne, 63. A ball up about 15 metres out from their goal. Cowton, that time against Donnell. It's knocked out by Cowton. Going after it now is Ramsey down there in the back pocket. It's a shocking kick, and he's put it out of bounds on the full. Well, when you're hot, and when you're not, you're not. Short pass. And it's a misdirected one that time, and a mark taken this time by Cracker. Dempsey off the ground. Well, he's tried his hardest today, but I think it's been a bit too much for him as we see Arnold Brightus take that mark out there at half-back. And plenty of worse players for North Melbourne than Gary Dempsey. Demetriou with the ball now. Ball back over the half-forward. They've got no one up there to take a mark. Knocked away from Fairley. Picked up by Hurd. He's had Simmerbush well covered today, and Fowles goes for a pass, and there's an easy mark taken out there by Neagle, unattended. Gets away from Greg, goes for a short pass. It's a high one, but the mark taken there by Danner. He hasn't played a bad game either. Finally, Simmerbush gets away from Hurd for the first time as the ball goes up there over the half-forward line. Glendenning playing at centre half-forward takes a fine mark there in front of Western. He's going to go for a long kick. He could have passed the ball to Hodgman. It's not a good kick, and marked easily down there by Walsh. Walsh with the ball. They've got their confidence now, or they've had it all day, actually. They've really gone, oh, there's Neagle flying. It might be a free kick against him, but the umpire's called play on as Western takes the ball back there towards Danner, and another mark to Danaher. Well, the big thing about this player, Bob, he's a fine leader, and he certainly inspires his teammates, doesn't he?
Yes, Louis. His form right throughout this whole year is what you require from a leader.
Well, the mark taken there by Abernethy, a mile in front as far as North Melbourne's best player is concerned. Still in their fightings, he drives the ball over the half-forward line. Punched away by Duckworth, comes back here to Carey. Carey scoops the ball on, then Hodgman chips in, but gets it the second time. Now he's clear, and a chance to score a goal. But they're certainly off target and out of luck as we see Walsh just to easily get away from Fairley. A hand pass to Fowles. And, of course, he's had Phil Cracker pretty well covered, the same as we see Jimmy out of the game as a hand pass comes back to Hurd. And the ball finally driven out there towards the wing position. McCann in front and takes a mark down there on that centre wing position in front of Danaher.
McCann playing on. Glendenning underneath it. Knocked away from him. Folds puts the body in well in front of Jimmy Cracker. Ezard comes out with it. Can't get it too far away. Phil Cracker is there. Runs straight into Bahaja. Beautiful smother by Western. And the end result was a free kick to North Melbourne. Cracker the recipient. Short pass. And the mark taken by McDonald. McDonald at half forward as Merritt comes back onto the ground for Essendon.
Madden off.
And it's just a rest with a luxury, isn't it?
Duckworth and Jimmy Cracker.
Yes, a little bit of a dip.
Well, their tagging moves have been successful too. Fowles on Phil Cracker, Hurd on Schimmelbusch.
Yes, that certainly worked.
Bradbury on Atkins, and that's all the running player. And on Jimmy Cracker, they've had... just trying to pick up the player that's on Jimmy Cracker, Bob.
And Jimmy wants to go on with it too from the umpire. And Demetriou telling him to cool it down, which is pretty good advice, I think.
Free kick against Jimmy Cracker.
Not surprisingly. It's being taken at half-back. Duckworth, who brings it to the centre wing, and there's Big Merritt. He's had a rest on the bench for a while, so he's fresh. He grabbed when he didn't have the ball, and he'll take the free kick. And he's gone for the hand pass to Hawker. Ezard around the boundary line. In towards the full forward pocket. Donnell is there. Possession number 4 will result in a goal to the skipper. Danaher pops it through for his second of the afternoon. Essendon running right away. 10-3-63 to 2012, 132. That means that North have scored only 1 goal after half-time.
Yes, one goal, one is all they've kicked, Pete. In fact, they haven't scored in this quarter, so there's almost 12 minutes gone. As we watch on replay, Frank Donnell, a hand pass to Terry Danaher, and 10 goals, 9 is the margin between the sides.
Essendon more than double North Melbourne's score, and we're only at the 12-minute mark of the final term. McDonald pointing to an infringement. And it's an Essendon player that gets the kick. It's to Bahaja, who's gone to Merritt. Merritt in turn to Neagle, who goes for a run. Essendon running rings around their opponents at the moment. They're doing as they like. Watson steadies, turns on a threepenny bit. A long shot at goal by Watson is another one. 5 goals to Watson. It is a bar. 12 and a half minutes gone. Essendon now 21-12, 138 to 10-3-63.
And there's only 12 and a half minutes gone of this last quarter, and this is a big hiding they're receiving now to letting themselves go, Bob, as we see Neagle break clear out there on the wing.
Yes, and we've queried, I think, the pace of the Essendon defence, but certainly around the ground, Nagel and these players have just ran away from the North Melbourne counterparts.
Well, back to the centre now for the centre bounce. It'll be McDonald in the ruck, of course. Dempsey off the ground. He must be a pretty tired guy coming up against Merritt and Madden all day. Just too much for the old fella. Knocked out by McDonald. Goes after the ball again. He crashed, but it's Bahajar coming in. He's been a pretty good player since half-time, but there's not many weak ones. Down there to Donnell. Punched out by Cowton. Backing up there is he's going to do all the trouble about the place, Dents. Finally, it comes down to Ramsey. Ramsey gets a low kick along the ground, but it's Bahajar going through the pack beautifully. A hand pass to Williams, and another goal coming up, I would say. Yes, sir. 2 goals that time to Williams. Oh, what a bath the Kangaroos are getting at the moment. 22 goals, 12, 144 Essendon. To North Melbourne, 10-3-63. And I suppose all those Hawthorn players watching this match would be a little bit worried about the way the Bombers are playing at the moment, Bob.
Yes, I think they'd be more disappointed, Lou, with the fact that North Melbourne's, well, I'll call it inability to put some pressure on and make a few of them sore.
Just over the 14-minute mark. And what a hiding North Melbourne are getting at the centre bounce. It's McDonald against Merritt. Well, they both missed that one. Finally pushed on again by Essendon down there towards Demetrio. He gets a hurried kick picked up by McDonald, but they're not getting any distance at all. They're pretty tired out there to Carey. They've had all their running players covered all day. They couldn't break clear. They had no running players at all. We see Danaher go for a hand pass. Finally picked up that time by Ramsey over to Jimmy Cracker. And it's McCann with the ball now. A long kick out there towards that half-forward flank. But coming in to meet it is Carey, and he takes them up.
What a great game, Lou.
He's been a great player. Well, he's had Jimmy Cracker covered. We see Phil Cracker covered by Fowles, Schimmelbusch by Hurd, and the other bloke, Bradbury, covering Atkins. That's all their running players. They haven't been in the game at all.
Danaher, good mark as we watch that in replay. One hand, then the 2 grabs. Van der Haar can't take it. Ramsey off the side of the boot. Kink back on the ground, has a chance to mark. McDonald, well tackled by Neagle. Out to Atkins. Will he shadow Bradbury? Or should it be the other way around, the way they've played? Phil Cracker. Phil Cracker at right half forward. Short pass. Hodgman. And see if they can improve upon their 7 points that they've scored so far in the second half. What a transformation after half-time. North have been third-rate. Hodgman's kick is a good one. It should be a score. No, it won't be. Yes, it will be. Touch through for 1 behind, and that came at the 16-minute mark of the quarter. It has indeed been a long time between drinks for the Kangaroos. They trail by 80 points. Out to Williams. Long handball to Merritt. Oh, intercepting beautifully is Jim Cracker. One of the best things he's done today. And a shot at goal. The end result is through for 4 points and hardly a cheer. It's like a Victoria-South Australia game at Football Park.
Well, there's nothing to cheer about as far as North Melbourne's concerned, Bob, is there really?
Nothing whatsoever, Lou. It's sort of, you just wouldn't believe that that's the side that was good enough to finish on top of the ladder, the way that they have performed today. And they would have to have a real close look at themselves after this game.
And that was North Melbourne's first goal since the 7-minute mark of the third quarter, and it's now the 16-minute mark of the last. 74 points the difference. Knocked down by McDonald. Out to Clayton, who marks on the run. Gets clear of Demetriou. Smith at the back. Likewise, Ezard. Looking for a free kick out there was Watson. None forthcoming. Here's Kink. He was grabbed. He didn't have the ball. He'll get the free kick, and he could kick it too. He kicked at Jim earlier. That was in the first term. A lovely long goal from Kink. He has done not that much today, but it hasn't mattered. They've had so many good players, Essendon. A 55-metre kick too. It's through for one behind. At least I thought it was. A chance for Bahaja. With a goal. They do it easy, Essendon, don't they? We've seen so many good ones. 23 goals, 12. 150 to 11,470. And that makes it 80 points. Another little bit of a dish up down there.
Well, it was Jimmy Cracker and Bahaja. He's having a go at his own man there. Dench was told to get on with the game.
Yes, a little bit of a disagreement there. Let's watch it again. No, it seemed to be still in play. So the goal umpire doing the right thing. Likewise did Bahaja. What a snapshot that was. And the altercation followed shortly thereafter. 18 minutes gone, final term. A real hiding have North Melbourne been handed today. Knocked away by Merritt. Demetriou is there. Out to Clayton again. That's how it transpired before, and Clayton got it down to the forward line. Can he do it again? It's on to Hawker. Oh, beautiful dummy to Bradbury. Bradbury on the boundary line. Spears the pass up towards Donnell, who couldn't take it. Backing up is Cowton for North Melbourne. Cowton clears.
Just on the 18.5-minute mark as the ball goes out wide. And it's finally picked up by Rene Kink. A long kick up there towards the full forward position. And McCann couldn't hold that mark. Smith's there too. It's McCann trying to get out. Now it's Bahaja's turn, but the umpire has paid a free kick to North Melbourne. It'll go to McCann, a little shorter centre-half back. Short pass coming out for Keith Gregg. Got a nice hiding today, North Melbourne. Out it goes. The mark taken here by Jimmy Cracker, getting not so much of a rousing reception from the Essendon fans. Punched away by Carey. He's played a great game too. They're all the defenders. Oh, we see a chance this time to get away from Abernathy is Neagle. A good bit of play as he gives it over to Hurd. And of course Hurd's had Schimmelbusch well covered as the ball goes out there now to Hawker, back to Watson. Watson goes for the long kick up there towards Bahaja. Can he mark it? No, he missed that one. Going after it now is Cowton. Attacking Cowton is Vanderhaar. He's grabbed him, but the ball is out of bounds. Out of bounds in the forward pocket position. About 10 metres around from the Essendon goal. And they're doing it easy. They'll be in the grand final for 1983. 23 goals, 12 to 11-4. Just on the 20-minute mark of this last quarter. Ball pushed down by Danaher. Picked up that time by Holden. A kick right across goals and a mark taken here by Smith. It's been a pretty woeful performance by North since half-time. They did have a chance when they trailed by 21 points, but they haven't been in the picture since the Essendon side let themselves go. A hand pass back there from Neagle to Hawker, a short pass, and Rene Kink's got the ball out there on the wing position. A quick hand pass over to Merritt. Goes for a short pass. It'll be okay, and the skipper's got the mark. Danaher played a pretty good game here today too. They have many weak horses, Essendon. He's only about, let me see, about 35 metres out from goal already. Kicked two.
He never stops working, Will.
No, he's a great leader, and of course an inspiring player to the team. Sets a fine example. We are on the 20.5-minute mark as he's ready to fire for his third goal, and of course put the Bombers' 24th goal on the board if he's accurate enough. And that's right through the middle. So another goal to Essendon. 24 goals, 12, 156. To North Melbourne, 11 goals, 470.
Started out there on the wing, Lou, with both Hawker and Nagel really doing as they like. The hand pass and then the kick across to Pink, who gives it to Merritt. And a lovely pass from Roger Merritt.
At the 21-minute mark of the last quarter, it looks safe to say that the Bombers will be in the 1983 Grand Final.
I think we're pretty sure safe there, Lou. There's no worries about that one. As we find the ball coming down towards Bahaja, Kink coming through, gets a quick hand pass to Bahaja. His hand pass on now to Hawker. Essendon still in full flight as Hawker swings onto the left foot, down towards Dunnell, completely clear on his own as Carlton fell, and Frank Dunnell could have played on, but I think he's going to make it a little bit harder for the North Melbourne fans, and by that I mean they have to really stand there and take their time. As we see dejected Carlton on the mark with Frank Dunnell lining up for his first goal. He's off the side of the boot, but well, right off the side of the boot in fact, and 1 point only kicked by Frank Dunnell.
I don't think it matters at this stage of the game, Bob, as we approach the 22-minute mark.
Carlton goes for the short pass. As we watch on replay, Dunnell gets rid of Carlton and takes an easy mark. But the loose ball now coming up towards the half-back flank, and it's Demetrio. Goes for the short pass. Just seeing the game out now as the hand pass comes from McDonald to Grigg. Back towards McDonald. Intercepted though by Bahaja. What a great little player Bahaja is. He spears the ball towards Dunnell and he takes the mark. Dunnell at centre-half forward, looking to get the ball moving in a hurry. The lead from Van der Haar. Out in front, can't quite take the mark. Falls, but he gets good support from Ezard. Ezard overrunning the ball. Taken away by Dench. Dench puts the kick up towards centre wing, and the mark taken there by Bright.
Arnold Bright with the ball out there on that centre wing position. Goes for a pass, and he's given it to Abernethy, North Melbourne's best player by a mile. There's a chance now for Simmelbush. A long kick at the goals. And the ball missed that one and finally falls through for 1 point by Carey. So at the 23-minute mark of this last quarter, 24 goals, 13, 157 Essendon for North Melbourne, 11-5-71. Ball back into play again. Ezard left on his own, takes an easy mark. And that's been the pattern of play as far as North Melbourne's been concerned all day, particularly since half-time as the ball's picked up by Glendinning. A long hand pass coming over now to Hodgman at half-forward. I don't think he's got anyone to give it to down there. They're all pretty well covered as Carey comes in, couldn't hold the mark. But shepherding off pretty well was Fowles, gets the ball to Carey. No opposition from the four North Melbourne players. They're standing there on their own as Hurd drives the ball out there on a mark taken here by Hawker. A quick hand pass to Neagle, and they're full of running again. He'll go for the long kick down there towards Terry Danaher, but that's a great mark in defence by McCann. Matter of fact, he hasn't played a bad mark. It's his 10th mark for the match as we approach the 24-minute mark of this, the last quarter of the preliminary final for 1983, and it's the Bombers all the way.
McCann going wide to Ramsey on the half-back flank. 71-157. It's punched away, taken by Ezard. The quick snap over the shoulder towards centre-half forward. Tink found his ground, could easily have been given the free kick. It's knocked back, picked up by Hawker. Hawker, a quick hand pass to Bahaja. Chance of a score. No, he's tackled from behind, not realising that he wasn't clear. Carlton comes in, tackled by Williams, gets a hand pass into Dench though, and from centre-half back. Dench, a shocking kick, straight to Neagle. Neagle, a long hand pass for Bradbury, finds that player, gets the favourable bounce and hooks it towards goal. Nobody there at all. It'll bounce though, just offline, and 1 point kick by Peter Bradbury. So Bradbury has kicked 1 goal, 2 of Essendon's score. 24-14, 158 to 11-5-71. Carlton plays on, gets caught there by his opponent in Dunnell. Could easily have given a free kick the other way as he caught when Dunnell giving away a 15-metre penalty. Not concerned at all as we see some of the crowd, I think the North Melbourne supporters would they'd probably be leaving the ground. As now with the aid of a 30-metre penalty, Carlton almost on the half-back line. In towards the centre of the ground. No mark taken. Brightus wins possession. Loses it though to Clayton. And Cameron Clayton. He's kicked off the side of the boot. Watson leading in the race for the ball. Puts it out in front of him. Overrun by Smith. Watson's still there. Tried to get the hand pass in towards Williams. Back to Watson again. The ball actually chasing Watson. And eventually the umpire saying that I think it's going to be a free kick. Or a ball up.
Ball up.
We're going to ball it up on the half-forward line.
And we're at the 32nd mark of the time-on period as the ball is picked up that time by Cracker, but was smothered. Finally, it's forced out now to Hodgman at half back. He boots the ball up to that North Melbourne forward line, which is hopeless. what's been hopeless since half-time in particular. And we see Briders can't get clear there, and the umpire's coming across to ball it up about 70 metres out from the North Melbourne goal. 26 minutes gone of this last quarter. 24-18, 158 Essendon to North Melbourne, 11-5, 71. The ball up. Grabbed by Glendenning. That's well smothered by Hurd, and he certainly smothered Schimmelbusch today, that fella tagging. We wait now for Glendenning to take this free kick out there on that half-forward line, a good distance out from goal. And goals have been scarce for North Melbourne since half-time. Very scarce indeed. They've kicked 2. And the Bombers have kicked since half-time 12. So that just shows you how much they've dominated the game since that period. Flying high was Cracker, and he couldn't hold the mark, Jimmy, that time, and it's forced through for 1 point as we approach the 27-minute mark. 11 goals, 672 North Melbourne to Essendon, 24-14, 158, I should say. Waiting on fouls. Well, it was certainly a good plan by Kevin Sheeter to have all these running players tagged, and it's been really successful because their running players haven't been in the event all day for North Melbourne. A hand pass over to Jimmy Cracker, another one over to Atkins. These little fellas have hardly been sighted. They've been smothered. There's a long kick at goal. It's not a bad sort of a shot either, but it's too late by a mile. So at the 27-minute mark of the last quarter, it's North Melbourne 12 goals, 678 to Essendon 24 goals, 14, 158. It's been a pretty pathetic performance by North since half-time, Bobby.
Yes, Lou, it's been a pitiful performance, really. It's a belated goal. The pressure has gone right off the game, and Atkins bringing up his second goal. Centre bounce, McDonald of North Melbourne against Merritt of Essendon. McDonald actually got the tap. Williams tried to take it away. It comes back to McDonald. He's kicked down towards the half-forward line. At the back, Jim Cracker. But a free kick has been found. It'll go the way of Essendon, and Walsh, their full-back, will take the kick. Now he gives a hand pass to Bradbury. Bradbury with a short pass out wide, where Weston has got right away from Glendenning and takes the mark. Weston almost in the back pocket. Another short pass. Bradbury coming back, and Essendon just doing as they like. So right from half-time, they've just completely dominated this second half of football. And not that they weren't well on top in the first half. It was kicked off the ground by Holden, taken by Schimmelbusch. Long kick from Schimmelbusch, right down towards the goal square. Walsh stands his ground well and takes a well-judged mark.
Well, a pretty solid game too, Bob.
Yes, Lou, apart from the fact that Fairley has kicked 4, but even so, one of those was a hand pass over the top to the square when Walsh was actually on the mark, and apart from that, Walsh has been a superb player. The hand pass from Weston across to Clayton, into the centre, and King now, not quite in the centre, gives the hand pass to Neagle. No pace at all on the game at the present moment as Danaher takes the mark, gives it on to Merritt. Roger Merritt puts the kick down. Dunnell in the position to take the mark and does so. Frank Dunnell. Houghton will be brought back about 5 metres. The short pass. Hawker the recipient, and Hawker now directly in front, 35 metres out. Glenn Hawker.
A pretty good game too, Hawker, Bob.
Yes, he's certainly had plenty of possessions, Lou.
That's all he can do, isn't it?
33 possessions for the day.
That's a fine effort.
Yet to kick a goal. He's about to change that. And as Hawker brings up his first. So 1 goal to Glenn Hawker and Essendon. 25-14, 164. A massacre against North Melbourne. 12 goals, 6. 78.
And we're right on the 30-minute mark, so the siren due to go any tick of the clock. And you can say for sure, and it'll be the understatement of the year, that the Bombers will go into the grand final next week at the MCG against Hawthorn. What a game it should be. It'll be a tough clash. As we see Merritt go down, Abernathy still trying there for North Melbourne, kicked away again by Weston, back towards the centre of the ground. It'll be a free kick to Carlton.
I don't think there'll be too many Essendon players sore after this performance, Lou, anyway.
I shouldn't imagine so. That would make the Hawthorn side a bit worried too, because they thought they'd possibly both rough each other up a bit. And, of course, at the beginning of the game, the Bombers surprised North Melbourne by kicking 2 goals within 2 minutes, went at them, and, of course, then started to play football, and the Kangaroos forgot all about that, and they worried about their opponents. Of course, that's why they're behind the 8 ball at the moment. So the centre... It'll be a ball up at the centre half-forward position for North Melbourne. But goals have been pretty scarce for them since half-time. And they haven't had many good players. There'll be a free kick. It'll go to Roger Merritt. And what a first half he played, kicking 4 goals and really got the Bombers started. And ever since he's had that adverse criticism, it's made him a far better player, I'll tell you that for sure. And there's a good mark taken by McCann, and there's the siren to win the game. And the Bombers go into the 1983 grand final. And the final scores, 25 goals, 14, 164 rest in the North Melbourne, 12, 6, 7.